Breaking news, big time breaking news. Israel has attacked Iran. What is this? Is this the beginning of a major initiative? Could we see the war escalate with Iran? Is this a weekend strike? We don't know, but apparently it's a pretty big time. And updated at the time we're going online right now, the second wave of attacks have begun in Iran as well as Syria. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome to the Big Picture special edition tonight. Second one I've done today on a Friday. I'm not usually out here on a Friday. As you can tell, I'm not in my studio here. I'm out here in Chi-Town. Y'all have my first deep dish Chicago-style pizza today. I know y'all don't care about that, but I just thought I'd just give a shout-out. It's a pretty big deal to me. So, yeah, I'm going to a conference, but I'll be doing breaking news tomorrow as well as Sunday, and then of course our big show Monday night. So a lot of stuff's going on between now and Monday night. So make sure that you have those notifications enabled so you know that when we go live. And if you have not already smashed that like button, you know the drill. Smash it, smash it, smash it. So go ahead and smash it, but gently smash it, and only smash it once. Do not smash it more than once, or you will unsmash it. Make sure that you subscribe and share this because this is big news, guys. Got people watching from all over the world. This is happening tonight. So let's see what's going on here. Breaking news. Let me get my browser up here so I can show you this. All right, so breaking tonight, Israel begins strikes on Iran. Blasts are reported in Tehran. Some of this has actually been updated since this, but Israel has apparently began its retaliatory strikes on Iran on Saturday morning, their time. Strikes were heard in the Iranian capital of Tehran just after 2 a.m. local time. And this was, of course, the official video that I'll play from. It's only about 49 seconds, but this was put out on Israeli TV, as well as I'm sure that it made it into Iranian TV.
In response to months of continuous attacks from the regime in Iran against the State of Israel, right now, the Israel Defense Forces is conducting precise strikes on military targets in Iran. The regime in Iran and its proxies in the region have been relentlessly attacking Israel since October 7th on 7 fronts, including direct attacks from Iranian soil. Like every other sovereign country in the world, the State of Israel has the right and the duty to respond. Our defensive and offensive capabilities are fully mobilized. We will do whatever necessary to defend the State of Israel and the people of Israel.
And if you'll remember, just this week, America once again told them not to do this. And once again, we see the power and the influence of our current administration, because Netanyahu just said, hey, appreciate your advice, but we're going to do what we got to do as a nation. Let's go back to this article, and it's got a lot of extensive information here and a couple of videos that we're going to play. But the IDF said that they are conducting precise strikes on military targets and released the following statement that you just heard. These are some of the first pictures that are coming in of the strikes in Iran. And this is a short video here that Israel hits inside Tehran right now. Let's watch this. It's only 5 seconds loop here. As you can see, somebody shot it from their phone from the distance. Okay, so we see all these breaking news here. New York Times reports Israeli attack on Iran is underway. 5 explosions were reported across Tehran, the nearby city of Karaj, early on Saturday morning, according to Iranian media. And it was alleged to be the beginning of an Israeli retaliatory attack on Iran. Now we're going to go to Fox News in just a second, a more lengthy than that clip, so hold on for that. But also, at the same time, Israel airstrikes attacked Syrian military targets as well. At the same time, an Israeli airstrike targeted some military sites in Syria's central and southern parts early on Saturday. Syrian state news agency Sana reported Syrian air defense forces intercepted missiles launched by Israel from the direction of the Israeli-occupied Syrian Golan Heights and the Lebanese territories, and shot down some of them. Earlier on Saturday, it was reported, my phone thought that I was calling her name when I said Syria. Okay. Israel has been carrying out strikes against Iran-linked targets in Syria for years, but has ramped up raids since the October 7th attack by armed groups Hamas and Israel. So I wanted to show you that, but let's go here to show this video. This was shortly after the news broke. This is breaking news from Fox News, and he's been on the ground. He's one of the best there is. So let's hear what he has to say.
We do understand at this hour it is a fluid and developing story. It appears at this moment that the Israeli attack against Iran is ongoing. I spoke this evening with a senior official who gave us some context into the days leading up to this highly anticipated Israeli strike against Iranian territory. This strike, according to this senior official, was meant to send a message of deterrence to the Iranian regime, and there was communication with the Americans beforehand as the region waits to see what will come next. But again, the latest information that we have, multiple explosions have been reported in and around the Iranian capital of Tehran, as well as in the northern part of Iran. We don't know the exact targets, but I am told that some of the targets were taken off the list following American pressure. There have been a lot of conversations taking place with top Israeli leadership here in Tel Aviv and in Jerusalem, talking with their counterparts in Washington to determine how to deter the Iranians but not drag the region into a broader war. Now, one other important note here. An Israeli official tells me the expectation is that following the strikes tonight against Iran, there will be some sort of response. Of course, they don't know what that response will look like, but Israeli air defense remains on high alert across this country. There is an understanding that Iran has the ability to target Israel with a variety of ballistic missiles, as they did earlier this month when they launched 180 of them toward this country. And so Israel's top defense systems, including the Arrow 2 and 3 systems, do remain on alert to be able to protect some of the more sensitive targets across this country. Jason?
Now, I'm going to go back to him in just a second, but I want to remind you that just this week, literally an employee from the United States military or government offices leaked sensitive, highly classified information on the attack plan that Israel had against Iran to Iran. Our government sent those attack plans. So we don't know how much that adjusted what they had to do today or tonight. And of course, that report, that breaking news report, was a little over 3 hours ago. It is, I think, 5-something in the morning there, almost 6 a.m. there. And I'm looking here, I'm following Amir Safadi on the ground there, and he says this was just 30 minutes ago. Sky News is reporting that the Israeli attack consists of several stages. The first stage is the destruction of the Iranian air defense systems. Reports are increasing about additional attacks and explosions in the last few minutes in the Tehran area. Now that most air defense systems have been neutralized, the Israeli fighter jets are dominating the skies of Iran and begin the real mission. Now, that's the word of Amir. Now, of course, he wants them to knock out the nuclear facilities there, and that is what America asked them to not do. And the reporter from Fox News goes on to say later on in that report that it is believed that they did not attack the nuclear production facilities because they did not want to disrupt the oil supply of the world's economy. But Sky News is reporting right now as well that Israel has attacked sites used for the production of missiles and drones. So this has been a very, very highly effective and strategic attack. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to jump in. No, we're not doing that. I was going to jump in live on Fox Live now, but they've moved to a Harris rally, and we're certainly not going to watch a Harris rally. Let's go back to this earlier report where he is talking live just maybe mere minutes after this attack, and let's hear what he has to say here about further details about what went on.
This evening and throughout the week in anticipation of this strike taking place. Remember, as we reported the past several weeks, this was not a question of if Israel would respond, but rather when and where. 180 ballistic missiles were fired by the Iranians, and everyone from top army generals to Israel's defense minister Yoav Gallant to the country's prime minister Benjamin Netanyahu made very clear that the Iranian attack against Israel was the regime in Tehran crossing a red line. The deterrence had been flipped, and the Israelis wanted to restore that deterrence. And that is part of what they are doing with these strikes tonight against Iran, I am told. And again, we don't know exactly how widespread the strikes will be, and we don't know the exact targets, but we do know there has been communication with the Americans. Of course, there was the story of this leak earlier in the week, and a real concern that the American leak could have damaged the Israeli preparations. I'm told that that did not affect the Israeli timeline to ultimately strike Iran, but it is, of course, of concern to Israeli officials as they continue to communicate with their American counterparts about the escalating tension across the region. Jason?
Trey, to what degree is the United States of America partnering with Israel on this attack?
These are good questions.
Is it a support mechanism? Are there U.S. assets being deployed? Is there technology? Do we have any idea of what the U.S. involvement might be in this attack that's going on right now tonight?
Yeah, so I asked a senior official this very question tonight, and the extent at which they would describe the coordination was simply communication with the Americans. There's an understanding that they don't want to send a message that the United States is directly involved in any of these attacks, despite the fact that behind the scenes they may be sharing things like intelligence. And we do know, of course, that the Americans have helped the Israelis to prepare for possible Iranian retaliation to the strikes that are currently taking place, Jason, as we speak. Remember earlier in the week, and it really all sort of...
So apparently a couple of people are reporting breaking. This was about maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Breaking: Iranian fighter jets have taken off from their military bases. Also, Iranian President Mossad Pezeshkian, I can't really say his name, is convening an emergency meeting in Tehran with top military leaders from the Revolutionary Guard and Army. So, yeah, it's escalating quickly. Just hold up. Let me read a couple more of these breaking news. American officials have said, "We received an update from Israel." This is a quoting from an American official. "We have received an update from Israel that the attacks in Iran will continue for several hours. Apparently, a more significant wave of attacks has begun. In the first wave, we mainly focused on radars and air defense systems. Now it's time for the next phase." So they're already apparently in a second wave of attacks. Yeah. So here's my question. What is it? 11 days, 12 days to the election? I can't even think right now. What do you think Iran will do as we, here we are? I mean, do they want to launch back immediately a major escalation to take this to another level as a gift to the election system in our country as a new October surprise? I don't know. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that I feel like world leaders, especially the enemies of freedom, axis of evil, if you will, is probably going to do something. If they were going to do anything, they feel like they need to do it now, because I think everybody that has any kind of common sense, barring anything untowards happening, which we know can happen in our elections, hint, hint, I think most people are in agreement right now that Donald Trump is probably going to win the presidency. I think it's even looking like now, even CNN reported today talking about the possibility of him winning the popular vote. I said that a week ago, that I felt like he was going to probably win the popular vote. If he wins the popular vote and wins the Electoral College, ladies and gentlemen, he comes in with a mandate. Now, they're going to do everything they can do to destroy him, literally destroy him, as well as destroy any chance of him doing anything. But think about what that will mean on the global scene. Think about the power of that bully pulpit, knowing that you have the American people behind you with the popular vote and the Electoral College. I think the people are, these dictators are scared to death. So what that does is concern me is, what is Putin going to do? What is Xi going to do? What is little Kim going to do? Now that little Kim has sent over 100,000 troops to Ukraine, North Korea. I mean, in all the things that we've thought about North Korea, did we ever dream that North Korea would send troops to another country to fight alongside Russia? Is that what the train ride was about? Remember the big train ride? They had a secret meeting where little Kim got in a train because they don't like to fly. I mean, they even loaded his limousines and everything in a train and rode that train all the way to Moscow and had a secret closed meeting with Putin several months ago. No reporters were allowed, no statements were made when they came out, got back on the train, went back to North Korea. Were they planning that even then? Was their intelligence already telling them that they felt like, barring something horrible happening, maybe like eliminating the light, the life, I should say, of one Donald J. Trump, that he was probably going to become the president and he's going to shut all this mess down? At least he's going to try. I believe he's going to try. I mean, you think about it, he's really the only president, modern president, that we know that has not put our people in some kind of war. I mean, they keep saying that he's going to do World War III. He's the only president that had no new wars while he was there. Now, who knows what's going to happen in our world, because he's inheriting a world this time that's, I believe, already begun the early stages of World War III. So, wow. Israel is determined. They're going to finish this, y'all. They're going to finish it. And I got news for you. This is my gut feeling. I have no proof of this. Even if they ramp this down over this weekend and don't go ahead and finish off the nuclear facilities and so forth, they have a plan for that. They have a plan for that. They're not going to allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon that at the stage that they believe could be launched against them. They have proven that they will go over the head of America, the EU, United Kingdom, all those forces that are trying to tell them to stop doing what they're doing. They have proven that, and I believe they will do that. So, wow. Let me know in the live chat. I can't wait to read the live chat. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this later. Share this. A lot of you knew this, but a lot of you didn't even know this because this just happened. So there it is. Israel has attacked Iran, Tehran, in the heart of the government. Some very strategic government officials' homes have been hit, as well as production of missiles and drones factories have been hit. In addition to that, Damascus has been hit in Syria, and reports are that Iran's fighter jets have left their airways into the air. So what does that mean? Who knows what might happen through the night tonight? We'll do a news hopefully in the morning before I head out to the conference. So, all right, y'all. So thank you for joining me tonight. Go if you're on Facebook, go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel. Let's build that YouTube family. Thank you to all our
Would you like to help us build the Big Picture family? We're on a mission to wake up the world.
I actually didn't even mean to hit that. I was trying to tell y'all bye, and then I love you. All right, good night, y'all. I'm about to go crash myself, and got a big day tomorrow. We'll do some breaking news tomorrow, and we'll do some on Sunday, and then the big show Monday. Don't forget, y'all, I don't have the graphic in front of me. Our election night coverage is going to start at 6 p.m. on election night and go to at least 10 p.m. Live, in-studio guests as well as guests coming on. I've been confirming guests today, lining them up. It's going to be amazing. And we've got a Halloween special coming up as well on Halloween night dealing with the demonic realm. So go ahead and make plans for that. All right, I'm going to hit it this time, so maybe you guys can partner with us. See you tomorrow. God bless you. We ain't woke. We certainly are.
Would you like to help us build the big picture family? We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. All you have to do is go to our website at LarryRagland.com and make a one-time gift, or you can become a monthly partner. Any amount is a blessing and an encouragement to us. While you're there, make sure you get a copy of our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect with us on our social media links, and join our mailing list. We appreciate it. And remember, we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.